Hello and welcome back to the channel on our continuing voyage to become better blues players. My name's Mark, and in this lesson we're going to look at the main solo to Albert King's Killing Floor. To be honest, it's probably my favourite Albert King solo. I think it's really melodic, it's got great bends in it, it's a fantastic solo to learn. So the way the lesson's going to work, just as usual, you're going to see me play the solo over a backing track, and then we'll come back on the other side and I'll pull all the licks apart one by one. There's tab available and there's a backing track as well, but I'll tell you more about that in a moment, because here's the solo. So that was the solo there, and what we'll do now is pull all of those licks apart one by one, play them nice and slow and up to speed. But before we do, a little bit of housekeeping. There is tab available. If you would like a PDF copy of the tab, then please email me, my details are in the description below, and ask for the tab to the Killing Floor solo. I'll then just simply email it back to you next time I'm online. There is a backing track. The backing track is going to appear at the end of this video. It's a very short backing track. Usually I make backing tracks as separate videos on YouTube. I haven't done that for this lesson. It's just a very short backing track that's going to appear at the end of this video. Okay, big thanks to the Patreon supporters. Big thanks to those who contribute by leaving me a tip in my PayPal tip jar. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. We have just passed 30,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. But that's probably enough housekeeping for now. And let's get on with the lesson. Okay, so the piece starts with like the intro riff, which is, if you're familiar with the song, it's like a really distinctive part of the song. So when I put this together, I started with that, and that goes like this. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll do it nice and slow. I'll put tab on screen, but it'll go like this. After 4, you get 2 beats, which go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's basically 2 stabs on this shape here, which you can think of as an A flat 7. And then you get another 2 on those, and then off to 6 on the G, B and E string, before making this A flat chord here for 2 stabs. Okay, so again, nice and slow. And basically we do that twice, and that's the intro. And then Albert King comes in and starts singing. As I say, if you're familiar with the song, that's a really distinctive part, so I wanted to include that. Then what we got is, I jump straight into the main solo, which then comes in partway through the song. But I'm going to break that down into 6 licks. So lick 1 will go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll do it nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'll do it even slower if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only tricky thing with that is that last 2 bends, bending the 7 up and then the 9 up full. The way it sounds like he's doing it, or the best way I can kind of approximate what he's doing, is to bend up with the 7, and then as the 7's already bent, start pulling it down, but don't get all the way down, but bend up with the 9. So kind of like this. So you don't bend the 7 all the way down, you're not doing this. But you're kind of catching it as the 7's already bent. As I say, Albert King plays guitar in a very peculiar way with the strange tuning and different things, so approximating his bends is quite difficult. But anyway, whole lick up to speed goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then we're into lick 2, and lick 2 goes like this. Okay, now that last note, I think is almost accidental. He's just catching it. I think he's just thinking of it as more of a percussive note, or a percussive tone, rather than a particular note or pitch he's going for. If I was playing this myself in a band, in a club or something, I wanted to play the solo, to be honest, I might just drop that note out and not include it, because it does kind of feel more accidental or incidental than anything. Anyway, the lick again, nice and slow now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, that was lick 2. Lick 3 then goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And nice and slow. And even slower. Okay, so that was lick 3. Lick 4 then goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and nice and slow. And even slower. Okay, and the tricky thing here is catching that when we get to that 7 on the top E string, we want it bent and then not bent. So you get this. So that little move, that's quite tricky. I think he's bending it a full tone. I'm not sure I always bend it a full tone because it's quite a quick note to come in. But lick again up to speed. Okay, and then we're up to lick 5. And lick 5 goes like this. Okay, and again, I'll do that nice and slow now. Okay, and one more time, really nice and slow. Okay, and up to speed. This one, I'll be honest, this one I found a little tricky. This was a tough lick for me, but here it is up to speed. Here we go. Okay, and then we're up to lick 6. And lick 6 is kind of like the classic Albert King walk down, turn around. It goes like this. Okay, and nice and slow. Okay, so that was all the licks there. I hope you enjoyed that. As I say, that's one of my favourite Albert King solos. It's Albert King, so there's lots of bending involved. First finger bending, big bends, slow bends. Listen to the original, he gets so much emotion out of all of these different bends and the way he's bending individual notes, kind of pulling them all over the place. It's fantastic. I hope you enjoyed that. What I'll do now is I'll leave you with the whole solo again so you can hear all those licks again in context. But I'm also going to put all the names of the Patreon supporters on there as a way of saying thank you for, my appreciation for supporting the channel and keeping everything going. And then after that, there will be the backing track so you can play along. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time.